Hey, it's Game Hydro. Today we're playing Cell Survivor Shoot Defense, or just Cell Survivor. Good, simple roguelike game. We're going to go over some tips, tricks, cheats, and strategies because despite the simplicity, this game gets very difficult in a very short amount of time. All right, so first we're going to go over your sources of weapon fragments and coins and gems because those are extraordinarily necessary. So if you're having a hard time with a current level, say you are having issues getting past 30%, obviously the first chest comes at 25%. That's going to give you a good amount of coins. The next chest at 50%, that's going to give you double the coins of the last one, plus 10 energy. So if you lose a stage and you're at like 35, 40%, don't be afraid to watch the ad video to revive at the end of it to get to 50%. Yeah, ad videos are annoying, but they're just part of the game sometimes. And in this game, they tend to be a not insignificant part of it, but also you really don't have to spend any money to progress in this game. So that's kind of something to think about. Energy over here, you can purchase stamina 15 at a time for one ad video at a time. 5 attempts remaining each, or you get 5 attempts each day, or you can spend 88 diamonds on 15 stamina. Now, there's certainly better things to spend your diamonds on in this game, but if you are just absolutely fiending so much that you somehow blow through the ad videos, then go for it. I've been playing this game for quite a while, and no ad videos. Over here, no diamonds spent on energy. But over here, you're going to be able to upgrade your attack, crit, and cooldown, but you're only going to be able to upgrade them in increments of 10 before you have to finish the upgrade in order to rank up. So basically, say you have say you upgrade your attack to level 10, then it maxes out until you upgrade your crit and cooldown to level 10. And obviously you're going to do the attack first because by far it's the most impactful upgrade out of the 3. Over in the mall area, you can see all the ranks that you can upgrade to and what the perks are. Everything from new skills such as Tadpole and bonuses such as Lucky Strike, more weapon fragments, and all that good stuff. So obviously this is a good use of your coins. Between crit and cooldown, generally I like crit a little better, but neither one is super impactful. They're basically just there to kind of block you off from getting more attack upgrades until you rank up. At least that's my opinion. Over in the store area, lots of free diamonds available per day from ads, and lots of purchases of fragments. I like purchasing fragments from the daily offers because you can kind of get a lot of them for not that many diamonds spent, especially considering all the ad videos that the game wants you to watch. Disinfectant bubbles are one of my favorite skills, so of course I'm going to purchase. The weapons chests, obviously the rare one is going to get you better fragments and more fragments. Upgrading the capsule, you always want to do that, but this is the chest that's going to get you the rare fragments, plus higher quantities of the common and the uncommon fragments, or the green and the blue. And you can claim free coins once per day and watch ad videos for coins 5 times per day. That's going to be necessary for upgrading your Hearty skills, but of course, it's not the only thing you have to do. As you earn fragments, you'll be able to upgrade your weapons, but you can upgrade them for free, so that's nice. Now, obviously, as you can see, the weapons are divided up by rarity. Green being the most common, Blue, second most common. Purple being the rare ones. But the color does not necessarily correspond to how effective something is. There's certain ones that are very effective in all aspects. Small medical tower, for example, is my favorite because you get lasers all over the map, and they do constant damage to the virus when they hit it. They don't really take effect until the virus gets about half the screen down from you, but when they do, they're ultra effective. Most stages you start on the bottom of the screen. Some stages you start in the middle of the screen, like stage 5 and stage 10. You start in the middle of the screen. Spinning dagger is tailor-made for those stages where you're in the middle of the screen. And consequently, the massage stick is primarily for the ones when you're at the bottom of the screen. It's almost useless when you're in the middle of the screen. But skills like Disinfectant Bubble and Snot Dragon Power are effective when you are, they're effective no matter where you are. But just make sure to not only upgrade the ones that you don't own and keep upgrading them, but to swap out your skills as necessary in order to deal with new battles. And then as you clear chapters, you'll unlock more and more skills. You can earn fragments randomly for the legendary skills, Gout, Mosquito Swatter, etc. And once you get those, obviously equip them and test them out to see not only what their best use would be, but also what you can swap out in order to make them fit. And then as you go through the game, you'll unlock dungeons. The Golden Pig, obviously you want to earn more coins, so go for it. Looks like they forgot to translate something over here. But over here, you're going to start off, in the stages in general, you're going to start off with 3 skills. Most of the time, you can also watch an ad video in order to refresh or in order to choose all 3 skills at once. Now, I'm going to go for the Sterile Swab first because that one does all kinds of damage. The Spinning Dagger I am going to completely ignore because I forgot to swap it out, but I'm in a stage where I'm starting in the bottom, making it almost useless. Hyperostosis is not very useful at first, but if you upgrade it to add a whole bunch of bones, you can add them. You can actually do quite a bit of damage, but for now I'm going Small Medical Tower. And out of these ones, obtain capsule, win by quantity. If not, take another. I don't know. I'm going hyperostosis. Now, obviously, stuff doesn't start firing off until the dude gets a little closer to the bottom. Boost quantity, cooldown reduction, time increase. Let's go with time increase because why not? Now you get different types of multipliers or different types of boosts for each skill. For example, sometimes you can unlock damage multipliers, otherwise quantity boosters, and cooldown boosters. Now, quantity boosters you always want, and you want to pair them with damage multipliers. Medical Tower quantity +1. Yes, sir. The Medical Tower will start showing up as the Coin Pig makes its way down the level. Medical Tower quantity +1. Let's go Cotton Swab damage +40, because of course. Now, be sure to play dungeons like this as often as possible, because obviously you're going to need a lot of coins in order to stay fully upgraded. Now, I said earlier that the hyperostosis was mostly useless until you start getting quantity upgrades. So let's demonstrate that. And by the way, I did forget to mention that the skill boosts that you can purchase with the coins, the damage, the crit, and whatnot, I forgot to mention that those affect not just your capsules, which are your main weapon, but they affect all of your skill weapons. Let's see, damage boost, crit boost. Let's go damage boost again. This is making the round fairly easy. As you can see, there's 3 bones popping up at the bottom of the screen. Or not in the bottom of the screen. 3 bones popping up in the middle of where the virus is crawling. Cotton swab size, 25%. Size boosters for whatever skills have them, especially for the cotton swab. Those are massive force multipliers because you can hit more segments of the virus at a time. I haven't even gotten to try the medical tower yet, but we're going to go with that. I don't like critical damage boosts unless I've already increased the critical rate using another skill. And even then, normally I never go for them. So don't use only the rarity color or even primarily the rarity color as an indicator of what skill you should go for. Oftentimes they can be very misleading or not necessarily apply to what you're trying to do. Let's go reduce the cotton swab cooldown. Now, a stage like this, the massage rollers are going to be a good idea because you can only fire 1 massage roller at a time when you first unlock it, but when you start getting quantity upgrades, you're going to unlock more massage rollers really quickly. Cotton swab duration, crit rate. Let's go crit rate. And you can see the difference the crit rate increase makes. Those red numbers up there, those are the critical hit. And you get a lot more of those. Now make sure you tend to stay toward the front of the virus, because typically the segments toward the front of the virus will be the ones that are more weakened. Let's go hyperostosis damage increase. Still have not seen any medical towers popped up yet because the pig hasn't gotten halfway down the stage. But we're going to start seeing medical towers shortly because he's moving downward gradually. And once you do, that'll be a good chance to demonstrate why they're so effective. Bone spike damage interval, better. Oh, hyperostosis quantity, number 2 again. So now we're going to get 5 bones instead of 3 popping up. I always like that because you can do a significant amount of damage with that. Take a look above. You can see the progress bar. We're at 65% right now. Cotton swab crit rate plus 20 again. You know what? Size boost. Now the cotton swabs are massive. And finally, the medical towers show up. Yes, they're listed under common, but look at the absolutely ridiculous amount of area they cover and the amount of damage they do. They do crazy amounts of area damage and can really, really boost your chances of winning as the virus comes down a bit. Now, skills, they are typically yellow, purple, blue, and green, yellow being the rarest. Now, unlike with your weapons, the yellow skills or gold skills are typically by far the best ones, and the purple ones typically extremely useful. We're going to go add 4 bones to the hyperostosis. Now you can see there's 9 of them popping up on the screen. Cotton swab duration, 5 seconds. Critical damage, 50. Medical tower cooldown. We're going with medical tower cooldown reduction because that'll enable us to get more medical towers on the screen, because each individual medical tower has its own cooldown time. So, of course, the more medical towers you get on screen at a time, the more lasers. Now things are getting a little dicey. That pig is getting close. But we are going to apparently live to fight another day. Cotton swab size again. Now the cotton swabs are just flat out ridiculous in size. And that seems to be helping our cause for now. Do we want a size boost? Yeah, let's go for it. So now you got tons of those bones popping up in a fairly small area. Oh, here's a yellow skill, Primeval Array. Awaken the power of the origin, summoning a magic circle that deals massive damage. And there's the magic circle. And we win. So I'm going to stop the video for a second to watch the ad video and double the coins. I will be back shortly. Now we got double the coins. We're going to spend them. And remaining attempts, 19. So that's a lot of coins that can be earned by playing the Golden Pig level. Let's go here. Boost the attack. Boost the attack. That may help us out significantly with the next level. And because we have enough coins to do so, I'm just going to upgrade the cooldown a little bit there. Now, we're going to do a level where you start in the middle. So when you start in the middle, you can drag your finger around the screen to aim in different directions. Capsule damage 100. Let's go with that. You can see the capsules. There weren't capsules on the dungeon level, but there are capsules here. Capsules. Now at this level, even when she's off the screen, you will still be able to shoot her. All right, spinning dagger, because when she gets close, that will be extra useful. You can see the button that says normal speed up there. Don't tap it. Don't increase the speed, because that feature of the game is currently broken. It will make the virus move faster, but it will not make your weapons shoot faster or move faster. So, in effect, it ends up making the level twice as hard. You can do it if you want an extra challenge, or if you're playing an old level that you know you can easily beat and you just want to speed it up, but don't do it on new levels especially. All right, so levels like this where you're in the middle, the medical towers can be extra useful. They won't fire off until she's pretty close, but when they do fire off, they'll damage a higher percentage of the sections of the virus's body. Finally got another chest. Increasing the capsule quantity, always good. Capsule burst, always good. Well, because we got capsule quantity +2, we're going with that. So as you can see, that multiplies the damage by about 300%. And yes, while the capsule upgrades aren't the primary ones that you're going to always be wanting to do in these levels, they are pretty much universally effective. Whether you're riding along the bottom or you're completely in the middle. But yeah, test out different weapons and see which ones you like the best. All of these ones are for the dagger. I don't want to use any of the dagger ones right now, so I'll do the free refresh. Capsule quantity +2, I'll take it. 5 capsules at a time. I like it. So this is where you stay close to the head, although sometimes it can be more prudent to aim at the segment of body that contains the treasure chest. I'm going to do that now because I want that skill faster. Boost fire rate, damage boost, critical boost. Let's go damage boost for when she gets close. And she's about to get close enough to where the dagger's really going to have effect. Here, I'm going to start aiming at this rare chest for now, because I want to start decreasing the amount of health it has so that I can earn it sooner. Now you can see where the daggers are really starting to do a number, though, in a very good way. Let's try Snot Dragon Power. So this is kind of like how in Survivor.io you have the whistling arrow, or in Guardians of the Galaxy, Yondu uses the whistling arrow, except it's themed differently, obviously, for the game. But as you can see, lots and lots and lots of damage being done by the spinning daggers. We're going to go with the damage boost again, because that seems to be a good one to keep her from getting too close. And she can definitely get close a lot sooner than you might expect. Current progress is 28. Last run, already got to 50%. Enduring Little Dragon, Snot Dragon attack plus 10 seconds, or capsule penetration, or 1 extra Snot Dragon. Let's go with 1 extra Snot Dragon. That's one of those cases where the rare skill isn't necessarily the best skill for the moment. A lot of times it is, this time no. Gonna try to get this chest right here. Boost fire rate 50%, capsule burst +1. We're going to go capsule burst +1 and demonstrate that. So now, instead of boom, 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 watch the capsules. You got boom, 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 boom. Now it's starting to get a little dangerous, but the daggers are still doing their thing. And she's slowing down a little bit. So I'm going to aim at the chest. And voila, small medical tower. You'll be able to see how effective it is. Obviously, it starts off a little small with the lasers, but look at all the damage they're doing, and they're doing damage in a full circle around Mr. Hart over here. Those combined with the daggers give you a huge boost in levels when you're in the middle of the screen. Let's go reduce the cooldown because I want more medical towers at a time. Between the medical towers and the knives, there is fast damage being done. Another chest. Do we want a third Snot Dragon, or do we want a faster dagger? We're going to go a third Snot Dragon, because the Snot Dragons fly around and do damage all over the screen. Having 3 of them significantly boosts the percentage of damage done. Unfortunately, right now, you can't pause the game to see how much damage has been done by each individual weapon, like you can in a lot of roguelikes. Maybe that will be added later on in the series. We'll see. But we're at 58% with no ad videos and no signs of slowing down. I'm pretty happy with that. Ooh, skin of my teeth right there. Spinning dagger quantity +1. Yes, please. Now there's 5 of them. So that means more damage being done and faster. And it looks like that is knocking Miss Fox Beauty back a lot. This one's getting a little dangerous. Got another chest though. Medical tower cooldown or a 4th snot dragon. Let's go medical tower cooldown, because right now, with her being so close, that's one of the 2 skills that's the primary saving grace. The other one being obviously the daggers. Oh boy. So unfortunately, we got a little screwed there. But yeah, I'm going to watch an ad video, do this again. As you can see, we got enough knockback that the daggers aren't even touching her anymore. So we're going to wait a little bit for our most effective run. In the meantime, let's go with hyperostosis, because we got a few more chests that potentially have a few more upgrades. Now the daggers are hitting. We're going to count on them to do their thing. 74%. We got a chance. Spinning dagger crit rate 20%. I like that. You can see all the critical hits the dagger's doing. Now, obviously, at this stage of the game, I think you want to try to keep with the upgrades that affect the melee weapons, because those are the ones that are kind of your saving grace right now. There we go. Spin speed by 30%. Yes. Now we're getting a little dicey, but I think we can do it without another ad video. Ooh, spin speed 100%. Absolutely. Now that's going to push us over the edge. Because the higher the spin speed, the more times that you can do damage per second. Capsule quantity, rapid fire. Let's go rapid fire. And we are victorious. So obviously not a ton of fragments from this, not a ton of coins from this, The real boosts will be from the initial clearance chest. And you can double the rewards if you want to. I'm going to skip that part. Hit back. Oh, the hemorrhoid virus. That's kind of gross. Dear Lord. Let's get the 100% chest. 100 diamonds plus lots of fragments. And don't forget to sweep battles that you've already done in order to earn instant rewards. 7, 6, 5. The first 5 sweeps cost 5 energy apiece. The next 5 sweeps require you to watch an ad video. So at least 5 are worth it. Are all 10 worth it? Arguable, but maybe if you want to go for just literally any advantage you can. Oh, hard mode, you can unlock that later in the game. The main benefit of this is to go back to old chapters and beat them again, because the first few hard mode chapters are going to be pretty easy. The next few after that, once you hit chapter 4 and chapter 5, they'll start they'll start having fairly high power compared to the previous ones. And you can see your combat power next to your avatar. That shows how much overall combat power you have compared to what your recommended power is below the chapter. You want to, if your combat power is less than the recommended power, you can still win, but you have to strategize perfectly and use the perfect weapon for the job. There can't be any mess ups, and you're gonna have to be a little bit lucky. All right, thank you for watching. This is Game Hydro. Please like and subscribe, and let us know what else you may want to see about the game.